Electrify the mind. I'm in charge of the buzz. Get your power stripped. I'm my own plug. You the socket. Let more punchlines. The trash in your pocket. That's you to stop it. More than rap. This composite. You gossip. I rock it. See the variation? It don't matter black or white. Bring the drama. Perry Mason. I'm adjacent to the destined. Counting all my blessings while they selling their soul. No, you gotta be desperate like them housewives. Hear the real with my mouth wide. Paths going north, but they still hear the south side in me. These rappers are actors. Who giving out Emmys? Find me a Denny's looking proud of their penny without an Oscar. I'ma lay it proper. Father, this sound ironic. Didn't have a papa for most of my life. Foster home to home. Don't let me start. Comment tell me about real love. It starts in the heart, not the pants. Born without a chance. Probably met destiny plenty times. And noticed when she glanced at me. When you dance with me, who would've known these dreamers become fans of me? Put up your hands for me. Touch the sky, the model we grew up with. Bumping that old Wayne. About to see if this truck fit in my garage. I'm kidding, no car, but I got drive. Even if I retire, never be top 5. I survived the rugged terrain. Determination in my brain. God help me find joy through the pain. Gain clarity that I share to the masses. Same kid, they dreaming in classes. Future look disastrous. Time for the heroes and less fastest. Clean air, less gases. But y'all know what I'm trying to convey. Change streams, play games, watch a few anime. Found a path to be great, not a moment to waste. Mama check it, don't worry, I'm straight. We gon' take it to the top of the globe. Spread love, realest quote that I wrote. You know, sky's the limit. All my life I was sober. We surpassing that with each episode. The whole, a new episode. New day, a new episode. A new day, a new day, a new episode. A new day, a new episode. A new day, a new. Go ahead, let them throw that shade. You gotta wait to see the picture. Old Kodak days, don't go that way. They songs all filler, and they shows not at the museum. Fans never been stellar. Pendilla, shows a route set score. I ain't trying to be known by a number like the kids next door. My lord, they want us in cages or the seats, cause we fresh to death. Cash is sharp every week. Who me? I'm nothing but a kid from the boondocks, writing living color. Different word in my boombox, chilling in my afternoon socks with a cute thing. Excuse the missed call, they didn't notice you rang. Sharp tongue from the heavens, we thinking outside of the box. They call him Stoop Kid, never lead his steps. No one knows of his woes, cause he keeps to himself in seclusion. But me, I had to find out his story, so I sat by his stoop. He said his name's Corey. Told me how he used to be in love with a dame, but she left about as fast as she came. Said the sky's never been the same. Air's less fresh, chemtrails blanket the sky, and we compressed to a perfect world that we created within the mind. We blind to the truth as the days unwind. He finds happiness and watch the time go by. He asked, do you know why? Cause at least I'll know when we die. Society's engulfed in trends, and it's hard to find friends when your vision ain't the same through the lens. A cleanse what we need, but our pride won't accept it. Love's like a precious baby girl, and I'm wishing that we kept it. Neglected all our principles, kids laughing at me every day. How conventional, all one-dimensional. I wish I was invincible, I would just fly away. Aim for the sun, hope to land in a higher place. That's my escape from reality. Life is a dream, but it seems we've been sleeping in ravines. For now, I'ma chill with the ranting. Sit up on my stoop while the kids keep chanting. Stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop. The stoop kids afraid to leave it. The stoop. Stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop. The stoop. Stoop kids afraid to leave it. The stoop. Stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop. The stoop. Stoop kids afraid to leave it. Stoop. Stoop kids afraid to leave it. Stoop. The stoop. Stoop kids afraid to leave it. Stoop. A tear rolls down his cheek. He asks, how did life become bleak? We used to seek joy, now we lost in translation of the language called money. I pity our generation. Told him I agree, but you looking at the downside. It's a bigger world outside the walls you hide, and I can guide you to a new state of mind if you let me. But hearts can't receive what the soul isn't ready for. Look, life is a metaphor, it's up to you to find a meaning. You can't stand for something if you steadily leaning on pillars of self-loathing. Imagine what you're missing in addition to beautiful life that you ain't even living. Places that you never been, people that you'll never meet. Happiness if you're willing to seek beyond the stoop of your seclusion, but really just a barrier to block away the image of a place much scarier called reality. But he stopped me mid-sentence, took a step down like a sinner doing repentance. Said he wanna take a chance, thanks for the referral. Safe to say this boy's gonna finally leave the world. So stoop kids gonna leave it. Stoop kids.
Are you ready?
Word to wise, grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple eyes. You can't see me, you Stevie, wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Dream on, yeah. Dream on, dream weaver.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's your boy, Ernie, Blerd Without Fear, back for another round. Blerd Cave, number 48. And today, man, I'm going to be honest with y'all. There's some changes most people probably will not notice this, but I have changed a couple of things. So if I look a certain direction by mistake, I apologize. I'm used to my camera being over there, not right here. So I instinctively always look this way and even sometimes still don't look at the damn camera, but y'all get it. Anyway, point of the matter is a lot of stuff is going on, and today I actually kind of pruned a lot of the news, because it's not really a whole lot of news. It was mostly like just dumb stuff. But today I wanted to kind of keep it to the nitty gritty. Keep it, you get where I'm coming from. Let's see here. Man, everybody is in here, man. Everybody is in here, and I'm loving it. Man, how's everybody doing? Before we get anything, I want to know how's everybody doing. I want to know how my peoples is doing. You feel me? I want to make sure everybody is doing all right. Everybody is good. Everybody is taking care of themselves. Everybody has washed their damn hands. Please. Matter of fact, right now, where's my... Like, you probably can't see it behind me. I kid you not. I have, I've got, hand sanitizer. I've got Lysol wipes, baby wipes. I got everything. God damn it. I got everything. I'm not playing around. I'm not playing around anymore. Look, see, Kevin in here got that itis. Coming to the Blerd Cave, trying to bring that itis in here, but didn't bring a plate. I just want to point that out. Didn't bring a plate. Didn't bring a plate for you, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, look, I'm going to be real with y'all. These are trying times, and I know I don't have to explain that to anybody. We all know what's going on. It's all bad, but today, we're going to try and keep things positive. I want to keep things positive today because, you know what, man? We need a break, man. We need a break from the BS. It's too much. It's too much right now, and I'm not going to lie. I want to, just before we get into the big stuff, man, I had a scare. And it's not even really a real scare, but just like one of those, you start getting paranoid. Like, this stuff has made me so paranoid that my allergies, I have really bad allergies. So this time of year right now, all the pollen's kicking in. And I'm not going to lie, I took my little girl outside for a walk a couple of days ago. And man, I am still recovering from that because the pollen was like just in my face. It was in my face so much that like I felt ill. And, like, I seriously started thinking, like, oh, my God, I got the Rona. I was like, I got it. It's over. It's a wrap. But it was just being paranoid. And, like, my body just was shutting down. It was doing that whole, like, you don't have, like, a fight or flight. Well, you also have a play dead. And your body, when all this stuff is going on, your body doesn't know how to respond to it. Your body doesn't know how to react to this situation. So your body is going to start playing dead. So your body's going to feel more tired than normal. Your body's going to feel more, just I don't know, just defeated, just weak, and just don't let that stuff get to you. And then let's talk about these comic books. It's gonna be a good day. Okay. Anyway, in here preaching. Let's see. Let's get into it. Lethargic. Thank you, Cameron. That is the word I was looking for. That was the word I was looking for. So yeah, I see some of the Quiet Council is in here. I see Alternative Factuals is in here. My guy Kevin, Dark Angel. I see a lot of my Blerd Koa peoples in here. I see Ice Princess in here. Losersaurus. I'm seeing a lot of my peoples in here. Wait a minute. I know there's one I missed. Hatsumo Shinobu. That's one of my other Blerd Koa peoples. So let's talk about it. Okay, so right now, we're talking about COVID-19, the Rona, whatever. I try not to say the words too often because apparently YouTube does not like it when you say those words. So I'm going to try to get around it. But one of the things, and I don't like saying, a good thing is going to come out of this whole bad thing. But one of the things that has been talked about a lot, and not just by people who are, I guess, comic book pundits, people like myself, people like Comics Explained, Doseville, Comic Book University, so on, so forth. This is something that's actually been talked about by people in the industry. People actually like in the industry itself. So I want to make sure everything I say here is prefaced by the fact that this isn't so much rumor and speculation so much as it is something that people are asking for that could very likely happen. Now, we all know that I think it was, this past week, Gaiman had announced that they were shutting everything down. Which, for those of you who don't know, Gaiman is the big distributor of comics. Like, they distribute comics for pretty much everybody. Unless you are like the indiest of the indie, they will probably be shipping your comics. They ship comics for Marvel, DC, Image, so on and so forth, Dark Horse, Boom Studios, Aftershock. Like basically, if you have your comics in a brick and mortar comic book shop, Gaiman is who is sending your stuff out. Well, the problem right now is that, they have pretty much said, we are not taking, Gaiman says we're not taking any new comics. No new comics. We're not stocking anything. Nothing. Nada. Basically, this was kind of a big deal because we knew this was going to hurt local, comic book shop retailers. We knew this was going to be a thing. We knew this was going to hurt them because it's already one of those issues, and I'm not gonna. And first off, let me preface everything I say. I am not part of the solution. I am part of the problem, because as a person who has, as you see behind me, limited space. This room, what you see on this camera, this is a wall right here. Like my finger is literally only less than a foot away from a wall, and then behind me, there's a good bit of space between my hand and that wall, but just saying, you see there's a wall there. Past this camera view, really, okay, so this Batman picture that you see up here on this wall that's all, washed out in red, there's literally a wall right on the, literally less than, a few centimeters away from us. This room is very small. I don't have a lot of space. So I don't have room for every new comic that comes out. So I buy physical copies of the comics. I'm like, ooh, I want to have this to, collect. I want to have this to, for save it for posterity, whatever. But most of the comics I get are digital because I just don't have space. I don't have the room. I don't have unlimited room for unlimited long boxes. Maybe once upon a time. And who knows, if I get a bigger house, maybe. But I can resume that. But digital comics are, for me, it's where it's at. And that is one of those things, unfortunately, it has hurt retailers. And I fully cop to that. Like I said, once again, I'm not a part of the solution. I'm part of the problem. I freely admit that. But that's kind of why digital comics cost as much as a regular comic, so it doesn't hurt those retailers, and that's why digital comics are often packaged in with physical print copies of comics. So you got that. But right now, a lot of companies are saying that they're not even going to put out digital comics right now. I know Dark Horse. They said they will not be releasing any new digital comics. Pretty much if it's something that they have in print, they are not going to release it digitally. So that is the thing. Now, Dark Horse is also saying that they've also kind of extended the olive branch in the way that, other companies have. I think Image was kind of the first one to really come out and be like, hey, look, let's help the retailers out. Let's give them some extended return policies. Let's give them some cut cost, to keep to help them keep the lights on, to keep them from taking a hit. But yeah, it just a lot of companies. Yeah, we talked about this last week too about Image and what everybody else is doing. So I'm not going to really go too deep down that rabbit hole again. But one of my biggest things about this is that not only is Dark Horse, not only are other companies doing something similar. Marvel and DC have, for the most part, they have talked about what their plans are, like going forward, how they're going to help take care of retailers, this, that, and the third. They've kind of loosely talked about it. DC has been a little more mum's the word, than Marvel has. Marvel has basically come out and said that they are basically coming out and saying that they are going to be doing some. They're going to be pushing back some dates. They'll be pushing back some dates. They'll also be, of course, giving those extended returns, just like Image had promised. Basically doing a lot of other things. They promise that they're not doing anything. They're not working on anything. I think I remember them saying something along the lines of, our pencils are down, which is basically kind of a way of saying that, hey, we're not doing anything. We're not doing anything and when they say not doing anything, they're not doing anything on the creative side, or, whatever. Here, uno momento. Por favor. By the way, real quick, I actually meant to silence my phone, but I do just want to point out that, I want to say, I don't know if you're in here right now, but, I want to say, shout out, to Jose. I'm not going to put your whole government out there, but dropped $5, on me on PayPal. Much appreciated. Want to say, thank you, Jose. You are the bomb.com, and hey, thank you. But okay, so all this has gotten people talking. People are all now like, okay, so how do we help the retailers? How do we revitalize the comic book retailer industry? Because right now, comic books are taking a hit. I mean, yeah, it seems like such a superficial thing to be concerned about when there's like a global pandemic going on, but one of the key things people have been worried about is like, hey, how do we take care of these local comic book shops? Because when this is all done, who's to say, like, okay, let's say this thing lasts 3 months. 3 whole months. Local comic book shops will not be able to bounce back from this. Your local comic book shop is kind of fucked. And pardon my French, but, we talk a little spicier here on the Blerd Cave than we do in the videos. But I just want to say that, yeah, how do you bounce back from that? So a lot of creators, a lot of creatives, a lot of writers, artists, so on and so forth, well, what they've done is, I think this happened a couple of days ago. This is on the 26th. The 26th of this month. The hashtag #PleaseMarvelDC started trending on Twitter. And a lot of different people, a lot of different writers, ranging from Scott Snyder over at DC, Gail Simone, Donnie Cates over at Marvel, Christos Cage, Let's see, Jerry Ordway, Kurt Busiek. I'm blanking on, my guy Reggie Hudlin, he came out and said something. Tom Taylor, a lot of people have been coming out. G. Willow Wilson, just a lot of people. Just know a lot of people have come out and said, "Hey, we're behind this." And we know that a crossover has been teased for some time right now, but it just seemed kind of like, nah, that's not gonna happen. For those of you here, and I'm pulling it up right now because I always keep my receipts handy. Y'all know me. I like receipts. I'm a big receipts guy. I keep pertinent clips of everything I cover. So I can always be like, boom, got you. There's my thing. But let's see if I can find this here. This was something that theoretically was teased. This was something that was actually teased during Doomsday Clock. Actually, the final issue of Doomsday Clock, this was teased. And here, I'm gonna blow this up just so it can, we can see it, and it'll be. Don't worry, y'all, ladies and gentlemen. I do have something that's getting ready to pop up. Here it is. Boom, got you. Okay, so here, and let's, just for right now, we're gonna drop that just because it's in the way. Okay, so so page 34 of Doomsday Clock number 12. Basically it says here on July 10th, 2030, the secret crisis begins, which basically says, throwing Superman into a brawl across the universe with Thor himself and a green behemoth stronger than even Doomsday, which, if for those who don't know what they're talking about Hulk. They're talking about the Hulk, who dies protecting Superman from these invaders. And then in its wake, Superman's timeline shifts forward again, so on and so forth. Now, ignore the other stuff to the left of it. They're talking about 5G over there. That will probably not happen now that Dan has been pieced out of DC Comics, or it may happen differently. Who knows? But this was kind of the main thing that people were talking about when Doomsday Clock number 12 came out. It's like, oh, are they teasing another amalgam? Are they teasing another Marvel versus DC? And yes, that is exactly what they were talking about. Though it seemed like the way they were laying everything out, it seemed kind of like it was something that was going to be way down the road. Even if they did it, because technically, what was it, 5G, they were talking about it being in 2026. Well, 5G was something that was supposed to literally happen like this year, next year. So, I mean, it probably would have happened closer to 2026 if they would have done it at all. But that said, kind of going back into it, we got, here, let's go here. We'll jump in right here, on this bad boy. Boom. You got right here, says, you got Scott Snyder right here saying, hey, if we do a DC Marvel crossover, I'd like to write Batman versus everyone, #please Marvel DC. Gail Simone came in and said, #please Marvel DC. You could have Vision / Mr. Miracle by Tom King, which, by the way, I don't give a fuck what anyone has to say about Tom King. You go read his Vision, his Mr. Miracle. I don't give a fuck what you think about his Batman. Those books are amazing. And to have both of those characters in one, rap, B. That's a rap. You could have Thor, Wonder Woman by Donny Cates. You could have Superman, Spider-Man by Brian Michael Bendis. And then, she goes on to ask, like, what other crossovers would you like to see and by which creative team? Just kind of getting the dialogue going. And then you have some that are a little more pessimistic. But Christos Cage says, fuck it, since it'll never happen, call dibs on your post-plague Marvel DC crossover. I call Commandi and Devil Dinosaur. I'd be here for it. I would read that book. Let's see here. Was Richard Pace said Etrigan and Ghost Rider. Sign me up. What was it? And I'm gonna fuck this name up. I'm just going to tell you right now. But Laverne Kinzierski. I probably jacked that up. Y'all know me. I butcher names. Anyway, Sergeant Rock and Nick Fury and the Howling Commandos. That would be amazing. Jerry Ordway talks about, they want Machine Man and the Metal Men. New Gods and the Eternals, Guardians of the Galaxy and the Legion of Superheroes, and Nova and Green Lantern. Like, they're just throwing out these names. Kurt Busiek started talking about, Metal Men, Silver Age, X-Men. They could bicker amusingly. JT Kroll says, Question and Moon Knight, Silver Surfer and Green Lantern. Let's see here, and I always fuck up his name, but Fabian Nicieza. He says Deadpool and Deathstroke, which, I mean, they're the same character damn near. Then Cully Hamner says, I'd want, Daredevil and Nightwing, which I would love to see that too. Let's see here. Going down, see Amanda, I can't tell if that's a German name or not, but if it's a German name, it's Dybert, or maybe Daybert. But I'm going to say Dybert. Captain Marvel and Batwoman. Cat Stags. They're sitting there right there. They got the gift. I'm about cracking the knuckles. Let's get to work. Reginald Hudlin. When someone puts out there saying, hey, Black Panther and Batman, Reginald Hudlin chimes in and says, hey, I'll claim that. And then, like I said, it goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Like you just see it just keeps going on and on and on and on. Like, you even got other people like kind of reaching out to each other. Ron Ferreira says, Catwoman, Black Widow. And Christos Cage like, yeah, I need you to draw this. And then, Juan comes back and says, I'll need you to write it. And he's like, deal. When someone asks about, X-Men Justice League, for Tom Taylor's like, dude, I'm in. Donnie Cates, Venom and Batman, Thor and Superman, Silver Surfer and Green Lantern. They're all throwing out their ideas. I love Mitch Gerard's idea, Captain Marvel and Captain Marvel. Hey, cut the check. Let's go. Let's make it a thing. Someone put out the idea for a Miss Marvel Raven crossover. G. Willow Wilson's like, hey, I'm into this idea. Like I said, it goes on and on and on and on and on. And like I said, what was it? Patrick Zurcher, he came out and said, he'd love to see Black Panther and Vixen, Machine Man and Metamorpho, Iron Fist and Lady Shiva, Captain Marvel, Shazam, Rocket Raccoon and Lobo, Ghost Rider and Demon. I'm assuming Etrigan the Demon. And like I said, it all goes on. This is probably one of my favorite ones right here. Someone brings like a Batman Daredevil, across, like, these are all the possibilities that lay out. These are all the possibilities that lay out before us. But anyway, real quick, also just one quick shout out, because I noticed I saw a super chat come through here a little bit ago. Lusasaurus dropping $5 saying, showing some love to the big bro. Thanks for being a positive light in these times with the prayer hands. Also, you peep that Fantastic Four DLC for Ultimate Alliance. For Ultimate Alliance 3. Yes, I have. I have downloaded. I'm ready. I am ready, damn it. We may do, actually, if we stream this weekend, we're probably going to do some Ultimate Alliance to get ready. Let's see here. Wait, someone said here. Hatsama Shinobu says, didn't they mention the DC Universe in the second issue of Thor's new arc? I believe they did. And here's the thing, this isn't even the first time. They have been mentioning, Marvel and DC have been mentioning each other for a good while. I know a lot of people probably don't pick up on this because, they probably don't read Captain Marvel, but a lot of the Captain Marvel books over the last couple of years have actually pointed out that Shazam is a part of the Captain Marvel universe, even in Marvel. There's some videos they did when they did Infinity Countdown and Infinity Wars. multiple books that were like the more Captain Marvel centric ones. There were little nods, like they would have like a page where you could see like all the previous Captain Marvels of Marvel. You saw Carol, you saw Monica, you saw Marvel, so on and so forth. But like just off the page, like, 'cause they couldn't show him in his entirety, but like you could see like that, like maybe like from here over, you could see the Shazam suit and he's doing the Shazam pose, and you could see the cape and everything, but you couldn't see him specifically. Tex-Mex Studios coming through with the wild $5 super chat, coming through saying he's a DC. Here's a DC and Marvel crossover for you. Grim Knight Batman versus the Punisher. Who wins? Oh, man. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta give that to the Grim Knight. Look, I'm not saying it's gonna be a wash. I'm not saying it's gonna be a wash. However, Batman might get that ass. The Grim Knight might get that ass. It was Reggie Simmons comes through with a $5 super chat. Just came in through to say, peace, bro. Thank you. I appreciate, man. Thank you for the super chats. By the way, super chats, lifeblood of the channel. If you drop super chat, I will drop what I'm doing as quickly as humanly possible as soon as I see it, and I will address whatever it is you have to say. Also, don't forget, today, since we are a little news light, we'll be getting into questions a little bit sooner than we probably normally would. So if you are in the Discord, go ahead and drop your questions in the questions sector of Discord, because that's a thing. By the way, also, I would say try to save your questions in the chat right now. Save them for when I start asking for them, because I will lose them and I can only scroll back so far. But when I call for them, have them ready, and we'll run through it. But Discord and super chats are ways to guarantee your question gets answered, or at the very least, not missed. But anyway, just want let's see here. That's right. Drop them. Hey, and by the way, I also want to point out, Luzosaurus just reminded me, if you become a member of the channel, all those emotes that you see down there, he just dropped, you can get all of them, and you get an Infinity Stone next to your name. Just saying, these are things. Become a member of the channel. You also get. I slacked up this week because I was not feeling well. So I kind of fell behind on content. But you also will get early access to videos. You get them as soon as I create them, not when I release them. So that could be anywhere between like a day to a week to 2 weeks early, depending on what it is. You also will get exclusive videos. I put up some recently. I got to put up some more here pretty soon. But I did a video. The video I did about K-Pride, that was originally going to be a members-only video. I was going to keep that a members-only video, but I went ahead and made it for everybody. But a video I did about Warlock, which apparently has already paid dividends as of Giant Size X-Men Nightcrawler. I did another video talking about 3 Jokers, so on and so forth. So like I said, there'll be little stuff like that. Nothing major, just stuff. I'll go into more detail on things I normally have not. But that said, yeah, do I think this is a good idea? Do I think the idea of a DC Marvel crossover, and I think those of you who have talked to me personally or who I have spoken to in Discord, you probably already know how I feel about Marvel DC crossovers. A lot of people usually ask me about them, and my response has always been lukewarm, because I was not a big fan of the amalgam DC, the Marvel DC crossover they did, the Amalgam Comics crossover. Wasn't a big fan. Was not a big fan. That said, oh, wait a minute. LJ Mako 3 come through with a $10 super chat and says, thanks for entertaining us in these troubled times. Hey, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here and hanging with me while I do this, because I could be talking into the ether about nothing, about everything and nothing, and no one would care. But I'm just glad that people out there that care, give a shit about what I do. So many thanks. Matter of fact, here, look, I don't know if you got a glass of anything in your hand, but hey, look, bam, far as I'm concerned, cheers. It's just sweet tea. That's all it is, I swear. Actually, it's an Arnold Palmer if you will. A little sweet tea and lemonade. But yes, that said, okay, so here, let's get into it. You see it right here. You see it right here. The DC Marvel universe going to toe-to-toe with each other. You see Superman and Thor, Wonder Woman, Hercules, Green Lantern, Iron Man, Miss Marvel versus Hawkman because of reasons. Batman versus Captain America. You see Hawkeye and Green Arrow drawn down on each other. It's craziness. It's dogs and cats living together. Chaos. I say. I swear I'm losing my voice. I did a lot of screaming last night because we were laughing and tripping in the Discord. But yeah, you kind of see like we got really interesting things out of it. Like what was it? Dr. Doomsday, which is just weird. That was weird. Yeah, that was just weird. Yeah. We got Amazon, which was Storm and Wonder Woman amalgamated together, which I thought was interesting. One of the more interesting pieces in the amalgam. Like it was like, yeah, like you go see a bad movie. Yeah, you go see a bad movie, just an awful movie, but it has like but someone's in it who is just, you could tell they're working their ass off. That's kind of how I felt about Amazon. Is that like what's a good example? What's a good example? Okay, so here you go. Case in point. Let's take Batman v Superman. Not a good movie. Not a good movie at all. But I felt like Ben Affleck was doing his damn best. Like, he was trying so hard. Like, he was just like, look, man, I'm just trying to make something happen. God damn it. Can you at least put me in a good movie? That's what I felt like was going on. That's how I felt about Amazon. I was like, you know what? She's trying her best. She's out here. She's trying. There's more than I can say for others. And this right here, oh my God, Wizard Magazine. Lord help us all. The good old days. But I forget what was the name of this one right here. It was Superboy and Spider-Man. I don't remember exactly. I know that was Super Soldier, Superman and Captain America. Like there was a lot of them. Just they were all over. Of course, you got Batclaw. Was it or Dark Claw? Was it Dark Claw? Whatever. Anyway, point of the matter is, you got him with the Batman the animated series vibes going on over here. Yeah, Spider-Boy. That's what it was. Just Spider-Boy. For some reason, I always feel like they overcomplicated some names and not others. But yeah, Dark Claw. Yeah, I'm just like, wow. That happened. But like I said, it's not. If they did it, okay. Here's the thing I don't want. If you're going to put these characters, like if you're going to do this deal where you do this crossover where they fight each other, here's the thing. If they must fight each other, because this is my thing, I'm not a big fan of the whole, hey, I'm a superhero. Hey, you're a superhero. We got to fight. And it's like, no, that's not how that works. You talk to each other. Talking is a thing. Like, that was actually one of the things that almost took me out of one of the more, it's not the most recent, but one of the more recent issues of Scott Snyder's Justice League is when, and spoilers if you haven't read it, but I think it was Flash. Maybe it was Flash and John Stewart. Or maybe it was another character. I can't remember. Anyway, point of the matter is they went like, I think into the future, past, whatever. I think it was the past. And they met the Justice Society. And the first thing the Justice Society do, and the Justice Society are supposed to be like the wiser, more experienced, more learned superheroes. What's the first thing they do? Start beating up on the new guys that just showed up. And I'm like, Now, granted, it didn't last. Like, I think they fought for, like, maybe a page. And they're like, oh, wait a minute. We should probably talk this out. And I was like, that makes more sense. But I'm never the biggest fan of superheroes fighting superheroes because that just seems like a waste of time. But if you absolutely, positively must make them fight each other, can you please make it be over good reason? Because a lot of times what comic books do with these characters is what they would do is they would take them and give them, like, how many of y'all remember the WWE Attitude Era? Like, the most flimsiest of excuses for people to fight. It's like, oh, hey, you spilled coffee. Like I was walking backstage and I was holding some coffee and you walked into me and I accidentally spilled the coffee on you because you were watching where you were going. I wasn't watching where I was going, and it was a simple mistake. But now we must have a 3-month program where we wrestle each other, for 2 or 3 straight pay-per-views because of this now. And it's like, okay, no, this is dumb. This is dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. No, 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 no. Don't do that shit. When Tubes1 coming through with a $2 super chat says, a Static and Miles Morales crossover is money. I would agree. Considering the fact that I don't think that Brian Michael Bendis has ever explicitly come out and said this, but it's very obvious that he is keenly aware of the Milestone Comics universe, the Dakotaverse, if you will. And you can tell that some of his characters have been throwbacks to some of those characters. Like, you can make the case that Miles Morales is an updated version of Static. You can make the case that Ironheart is an updated version of Technique. You can make the argument that Naomi is like an updated version of Icon minus the shape-shifting aspect of the origin or whatever. You can make those arguments. Even the fact that her last name is McDuffie. Yeah, which he openly said was a reference to Dwayne McDuffie. Let's go ahead and put that out there. But beyond all that, let's beyond all that. I would love to see that crossover. I think it would be a good crossover. I think it'd be a great idea for anybody. Let's make that a thing. Make it happen. Why is it not happening right now? I don't know. Someone said was they pulled a Super Sentai crossover. Yeah, they kind of did. It was it was almost more like a Super Sentai Kamen Rider crossover, because they were just like, oh, hey, you're a weird creature. We must fight. Now, I tell you what, if you do it, if you do it in the way that they did the Captain Marvelous and Kamen Rider Decade crossover, where it looked like they were, I don't want to spoil it because in case anybody's never seen it, not that you probably will because you probably have no clue what I'm talking about. But if, for whatever reason, you were to stumble across the Gokaiger Kamen Rider Decade crossover, the Red Ranger, Gokai Red, which is Captain Marvelous, and Kamen Rider Decade, they're fighting each other, and they're using each other's villains against each other. And but they do this thing where it's like, it's a twist. They're not actually fighting each other. It's a trick. They're actually on the same side the whole time. But anyways, point of the matter is, it was very cool. And if they did something like that with Marvel and DC, which honestly I don't think anyone could write it well enough that it wouldn't be dumb. It works easier when it's one person versus one person. When it's 1v1. When you have like a whole universe versus another whole universe, then you get into some dumb shit. Let's see here. What I would do is, what's going on, Lemon Peace? We're just talking about the possibilities of a Marvel DC crossover to help revitalize the comics industry once all this COVID-19 stuff plays out. Mark, beautiful chick. Talk about Mark Henry. Right. Mae Young gave birth to a hand. That's the Attitude Era in a nutshell. Excuse me. Didn't mean to chew ice into the microphone. But the ruthless aggression era, not much better, because when Stone Cold turned heel, Deborah McMichaels, Miss Deborah, made cookies for everybody, and that was a point of contention that started a feud. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Who's writing this? Who's booking this? Is the question that I have often had. I will go ahead and say right now, and I didn't mean to leave this here for as long as I did, but we're just going through. Oh, here's one. This is the one with the most unfortunate name. The new Asgods, which, if you're not careful, you could really say the new ass gods. Good Lord. Thor and Orion. Something that on paper should be amazing. But was it? I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't know. I didn't read it. Yeah, because I think when all this was going on, I was in high school or middle school. I think I was in middle school. I was probably like 7th or 8th grade. And even then, I was kind of like, Doctor Strange Fate, who was, if I'm not mistaken, was the reason all this shit was happening, which is an amalgam of Doctor Strange, Dr. Fate, and I believe Charles Xavier was somehow involved in that. Wow. Anyway. Yeah, Sabretooth and Joker were named Hyena. Yeah, that was a thing. Thorian, yeah. God. All three. Yeah, okay, so yeah, it was all three together. Why? I have questions. See, this is the thing I'm talking about. This is why I wanted to talk about this. If you did it, you have to do this intelligently. You can't just throw random and sundry Marvel DC characters together. You can't just because it looks cool, it doesn't. Okay. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something. Like I'm gonna take you guys back to Jurassic Park. I'm gonna take you back to Jurassic Park. Ian Malcolm, the character played by Jeff Goldblum. He's like, you spent so much time wondering whether or not you can do something. You didn't ask whether or not you should. Like, I'm paraphrasing the quote, but I'm just saying that is the question that they probably should have asked. Like, should we though? I don't think that a Marvel DC crossover is bad. I think that a Marvel DC crossover is a good idea. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a great idea. I think this is something that could revitalize the industry. I think it would get people talking about comics again in a way that they used to back in the 90s, when even people who didn't read comics knew about them. Like, everybody was always talking about, ooh, Death of Superman. Oh my God. The killing joke. Oh my God. Let's get people talking about these comics again in a way that okay, so Luchasaurus. I know, okay, I see what you're talking about. Y'all were talking about Thanocide. Which is Thanos and Darkseid. That's what I think. That's what Luchasaurus meant. But yeah, the Doctor Doomsday was the other one. That was Doctor Doom and Doomsday. You get it. But yeah, it was stupid. It was all stupid. That's how dumb it was. Because honestly, I thought about it for a second. I was like, Doomside. That actually sounds like something they would have done. But no, they did Thanocide instead. Yeah, see, that's the thing, and I agree with Kevin. I don't want I don't want an amalgam. I don't want these characters meshed together. I want to see them working together. This is what I want to see. This shit right here, I don't want that. I don't want that. I want something more along the lines of Secret Wars or Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars from 1984. I want something a little closer in the vein of that. Would make more sense. Oh wow, I just realized we got 100. Yeah, Louis Sources point out. Yeah, we got 100 Blerd Coens in here. Can we? Yeah, but hey, yeah, can we get some likes in here now? Let's hey, if everybody's in here, if everybody just click that like button, we push this shit out here, get everybody. He said, "Yo, why did Ancient one choose Stephen Strange over Charles Xavier? Smells like discrimination." I don't think that the I don't think that the sanctuary, the sanctum sanctorum is handy capable or handy accessible, handicap accessible. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, let's keep it going. Oh, this is another one right here. Let me blow this up. Speed Demon, which was Barry Allen and Johnny Blaze put together. And somehow I think Etrigan the Demon may have somewhere factored in this. I don't remember exactly. But yes, like this, like, okay. If you have to do an amalgam, and God help you, if you have to do an amalgam, like this wasn't so bad. Like this was actually not a bad one. I didn't appreciate the fact that they just used the name of another Marvel character for a Marvel DC crossover character. However, okay, Etrigan was the actual spirit. Got you. Okay. Once again, I have little to no memory of these comics. I would be here for, though. My thing is, I would love to see, like, do you know how much it would just really do this old Blerd heart some good to read a Captain Marvel comic where it's Captain Marvel and all the previous Captain Marvels alongside Shazam and the Shazam family. Do you know how hard I would just mark out? I would literally buy 4 copies of that first issue. Just, you know, one to one to collect, 1 to read, and 2 to give to my friends. Just be like, because I only have 2 friends. That's a lie. I actually have more friends than that, but I only have so many friends who actually give a shit about comics that I hang out with face to face. But yeah, that I would love to see that. Do you know how fucking amazing that would be? I would love to see a comic where Batman and the family are running with characters characters like the Marvel Knights, like get like all the Marvel Knights together. Oh, dude, that'd be so good. Oh, that would be so good. Like, yeah, I want all the street level guys too. I want Spider-Man. I want Daredevil. I want Moon Knight. I want Punisher. Give me Night Thrasher. Oh man, it'd be so good. So good. Yeah, Runaways and the Outsiders, dude. I'm here for it. Okay. First off, this is obvious booking right here. This is booking 101 right here. Thunderbolts, Suicide Squad. Cut the check. Let's do it. Let's do it. Just saying. Cut the goddamn check. Let's see here. Hey, look, I'm right there. Hey, look. I'm gonna look. Okay, so I want to address something because I see some travel plans have been thrown in there. Here, let's. I'm gonna address something because I'm pretty sure some of y'all have seen it. Yesterday or the day before, time is slippery to me. Time is quite slippery to me. The OG, Rob from Comics Explained, he put it out there. He said that, here, I'm just going to put it up here. Y'all can see it for yourself. I don't have to read it. So, he says, I feel like myself, Blerd Minus Fear, Dope Spill, Comic Storian, Sal from Comic Pop, Charlie from Emergency Awesome, and Tyler at the Axis, like we said, we should all meet up at New York Comic Con next year and hang out with fans. And I was like, you know what? I'm here for that shit. I'm here for that shit. So y'all have made that possible because apparently one of y'all has hipped Rob onto me. And so yeah, that is the thing. I am planning now. I know that I know it's also been said that if New York Comic Con is back on, after all this is over, most likely probably I'll be going this year regardless. But next year I'll definitely be there. So I just wanted to put it out there, and everyone else has also kind of put in their 2 cents. And so yeah, we're talking about travel plans. Y'all will know where to find me if and when New York Comic Con becomes a thing. So there's that. But yeah, getting back into it. Though. Here, let me. Like this sort of thing. Like this sort of thing is something I'm like, yeah, this should be awesome. Something like this, Marvel Comics versus DC Comics. It should be something entertaining. It should be something great. We should see more casual crossovers is really my big thing. Like, I don't know if many of you I don't know how many of you actually remember this. But Marvel and DC used to have regular crossovers. They used to have regular crossovers. Matter of fact, one of them. I'm actually gonna try and pull this up. I actually have a digital copy of this. I'm gonna try and pull it up. We'll see. Hope I can do it without fucking shit up. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find here. This I think is it. Maybe. Some of you might remember there was a Batman Spider-Man crossover years ago. When I say years ago, I mean years ago. So many years ago, in fact, that it was back before New 52. I think it was before Final Crisis, or even I think it was even before Infinite Crisis, maybe. Let me see. Did he dip the toe? Let's see here. Here it is. I think I found it. I just want to share it with you, the people. Here, let's see if we can. Yeah, there you go. But like this was a thing. Batman and Spider-Man. This was a comic. This was a comic that actually happened. You can see here. Let's see. And I think the whole purpose of it was that I think it was the Joker and Carnage had ended up getting in cahoots somehow. I don't remember exactly. But I'm trying to find the good shit, but let's see here. Yeah, Spider-Man doing his thing, whatever. This actually, let's see here. I'm just kind of skimming it. But yeah, you just see just a casual crossover. Batman and Spider-Man, just kicking it. It's a thing. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. It's just a thing. It's not even that big a deal. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. This is the type of stuff that I would personally like to see, out of whatever. There were two different, if I'm not mistaken, there were two different Batman Punisher Batman and Punisher crossovers. They did one, I think one of which was, if I'm not mistaken, was Batman when he was Bruce. And then the second one, or maybe no, the first one I think they did when Batman was Jean-Paul Valley, after the whole Nightfall thing. And then he fought Batman a second time, and that time it was Bruce, and even Punisher was noticing the differences between the first and the last time that he fought Batman. I thought that was really awesome. That was something I thought was just so fucking cool. Let me see here. This one is... let's see. Let me see if I can actually find it. Trying to see if I can actually find the, here we go. Open image in new tab. There you go. So, here it is right here. This is from an actual comic. This is Punisher Batman right there. Just for your pleasure. This is amazing. This is amazing. Two characters who should not even be in the same room with one another. Or in the same room with one another. God damn it. I love it. Of course, we had Batman in the Shadow. We've got Conan already on an Avengers team. We've got the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles, for Christ's sake. It's I want to see... That's kind of the sort of chicanery I want to see. I want to just see unlikely crossovers. I want to see characters just being in the same room. Just saying, hey, Nova somehow winds up in Coast City. Just chilling. Oh shit, the Nova Corps and the Green Lantern Corps have to work together. I'm here for that type of stuff. The Guardians of the Galaxy find themselves time displaced. And what is it? I think it's not the, I think they changed it now. I don't think it's any longer the 31st century. I think it's the 32nd century now. They wind up messing around with the Legion of Superheroes. That'd be amazing. It would be freaking insane. It'd be so good. Hell, Batman just stumbles into Hell's Kitchen. I'm cool with it. I'm here for it. Vixen. Get Vixen. It's just just hey, traveling to Wakanda. I'm out here. I'm here for it. I want to see these things. Wonder Woman winds up in Asgard. I'm here for it, damn it. Let's do it. Dude, okay, first off, and I don't want to bury the lead here. Me and my guy, I don't know if Alternative Factual's still here. We were talking about this last night. But the like a Monica Rambeau Black Lightning cross. Dude, get the fuck out of here, man. Dude, I would buy that book so fast. I would buy that book so fast because they're damn near the same character. They are damn near the same character. Monica Rambeau and Black Lightning are pretty much the exact same character, just Black Lightning has a little more specific power set, and Monica Rambeau's is a little more open. But just the same, they can do a lot of the same shit. And I'm just like, dude, that'd be so amazing just to have them together. Ooh, the banter. Oh, the banter and the sexy time. Magnifique, man. Why is nobody making this? God damn it. Mogo versus Ego. I'd be here to see that. I would personally love to see that. But yeah, I mean, but y'all get what I'm saying though. Y'all get where I'm coming from on this. That, yeah, we could achieve so much. We could get so much. Well, Losersaurus says Mr. Terrific and Riri Williams. Dude, do it. Cut the check, goddammit. Stop fucking with me. Cut the goddamn check. Jesus. Dude, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, man. It'd be so good. So goddamn good. But yeah, but once again, could this revitalize? Could this revitalize the comics industry? Could this be something that would just make the world go, sure, let's go read comics again because crazy shit is happening? I'd be here for it. I would be here for it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, just it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. I would love nothing more. I would love nothing more than to just see that happen. Because I think if you want to revitalize the local retailers, the local comic book shops, you want to revitalize them, give them something they can sell. And I think that would sell. I think people would go out and buy it. I think and granted, this would probably do more harm than good. I don't know. I don't know about the long-term effects of this, but I feel like a Marvel DC crossover would be about as effective in getting people to buy comics as Death of Superman was. Because people would just be like, oh my God, this is something that will never happen again. Let's get on it. Now, at the same time, Death of Superman did also kind of fuck the comics industry because people were buying it so much, and the comic industry, to meet the demand, just kept printing it so damn much. So Death of Superman isn't worth a damn thing. I think Death of Superman, X-Men #1, the Jim Lee, Chris Claremont X-Men #1. Yeah, they're not worth shit because there's a million of them. But anyway, I mean, but the thing is, that's a risk I would be willing to take just to keep the comics industry afloat. Like if it were me, we always talk about, hey, if Blerd had the book, if I could book this the way I want, if I could call all the shots, that's what I would do. That's a shot I'd be willing to call, if for no other reason than to save an industry that I give a shit about. Yeah, and I mean, yeah, would it hurt collectors? Probably. Would it diminish the returns on collecting? Probably. However, we don't know. Because I don't think that Marvel and DC knew what the long-term effects would be of all the shit they pulled in the past, with all the comics they reprinted. So I mean, just it is what it is. It is what it is. We have to do something. And by we, I mean they have to do something to revitalize this. And I think it'll be, and maybe make it a limited run. Like don't make it something that gets easily. Because I mean, honestly, with digital, I don't think you have to like needlessly reprint something. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you need to needlessly reprint something when you have a digital format. So I think you could easily get away with not doing it. Let's see here. Was Shinobu said Blade and Constantine. Yeah, I would love to see. Give me Blade, Constantine, and Damon Hellstrom, and God, why am I blanking? Oh God, why am I blanking right now? Fuck. Why am I blanking right now on the name? Anyway, I'm blanking, but whatever. Point of the matter is, get those characters in the same room. Cut the check. Yeah, give me Zatanna. Give me Zatanna. I'll take that. That's good enough for me. That's good enough for me, goddammit. But yeah, let's see. Like I said, we don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know what's gonna happen, but I hope it's good. I hope for everything that's good. Matter of fact, right now, I'm actually going right now to look. Oh wow, this is news. This is actually groundbreaking. I mean, not has shit to do with anything, but this is interesting. I was actually going to a website just to see if any new news had come up, since we've been, talking about all the craziness going on right now. And then I found this. So we'll address it. We will address it. So apparently, because ESPN is struggling right now, they're not able to play sporting events. Oh, hey! Orochi Geese coming through with a $2 super chat says, "What up, Blerd Koa? Keep it trill and wash yo hands." Goddamn right. Thank you for that, man. Orochi Geese, thank you. By the way, let's once again, let's please, people, please wash your fucking hands. Please do not get sick. One Above None is in the building. Goddammit. He thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. Okay, so let's this is some news. So yeah, ESPN apparently is going to be airing Disney movies. They are going to be airing Disney movies. Actually, let's do it this way. There you go. They're going to be airing Disney movies in place of live sporting events because, they've been playing Wrestlemanias. They've been playing a lot of wrestling events lately because they don't have anything to show. I mean, how can you have a live sports show if there are no sports? So yeah, there's that. So yeah, ESPN, and the thing is, this isn't even really that far out of the realm of possibility, considering that Disney owns ESPN. But it says, in absence of live sporting events, ESPN plans to fill the programming void on Fridays with sports movies from parent company Disney's film library, covering pro baseball, college basketball, pro football, Olympics hockey, horse racing, and U.S. Open golf. So don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. They will be sports-related films. In a media release, ESPN announced the first two films on the Friday slate will be The Rookie, to air at 8 p.m. Eastern, March 27th, and Glory Road at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, April 3rd. And it says, in place of what would have been the opening weekend for Major League Baseball, ESPN will show The Rookie, the based on a true story film about a high school chemistry teacher and baseball coach in a Texas small town, while in place of the canceled NCAA Final Four weekend, ESPN will show Glory Road, a film about Don Haskins, who coached the Texas Western College men's basketball team to the 1966 NCAA University Division Basketball Championship. So that's the thing. That is the thing. That's the thing that's happening. I just thought that was interesting. It's like, oh, wow, that's not a bad look. Not a bad look at all. So yeah, I mean, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I mean, I would watch it. I mean, I'm not the biggest sports guy anymore. I used to be really big into sports. Not so much anymore. But I do love a good sports movie. So there you go. Apparently, there is rumor that a couple of more films that are going to be on the list, Miracle, Invincible, The Secretariat, and The Greatest Game Ever Played will also likely wind up on there. So that is something. Yeah, that would. I mean, I think it would be interesting. That would be interesting. I'd be here for it. Let's see. One above knows he came down here from the sanitary mountain. I believe you. Dude, you got to keep it sanitary. Got to keep it sanitary. Gabby said deeply offended the Mighty Ducks isn't on there. I understand. I think they will be, though. I think they will be. Let's talk about some other news. Let's get back into a little bit more comics-related news. So, I think it's very clear I had opinions about the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover that the CW did. I think I was very vocal about the fact that I thought it was wild trash. I thought it was awful. I thought it was the worst. It actually made me stop watching the CW Arrowverse shows. I guess, or would it be more appropriate to call it the Flashverse shows? I'm done. It's a wrap. I mean, I still watch Black Lightning, but that's it. So there's one character that was woefully absent. From this, and we now have answers as to why they were not present, and that is the character Psycho Pirate. Psycho Pirate was egregiously absent from the CW's adaptation of Crisis on Infinite Earths, and basically says that we learned that from, I believe this is from Mark Guggenheim. He says that, I wish I could say that he made it to the draft stage. Which is funny considering that they teased him in the previous crossover. You lying motherfucker. You lying motherfucker. He says, I wish I could say he made it to the draft stage. Well, that's not true. He did make it to the draft stage for the most part. He ended up like he could just never make it off the whiteboard, which is basically to say that he was there. They wrote around him. However, he never factored in heavily enough that he could be pinned in as opposed to penciled in terms of I guess Hollywood jargon and speech. But basically he goes on to say that we had stories and moments and scenes and everything in between with him in it. But honestly, every single time we talked about him, it felt forced. It felt like we were doing this only because he's in the comic. That can't be the reason we included anybody, and that's what it felt like. Okay, now first off, you lying motherfucker, because y'all could have not put certain characters in there, because I'm going to go and tell you right now, you want to talk about forced. There were some cameos that were forced. There was no excuse for Lex Luthor to be there. He didn't need to be there. Sorry. Just going to put that out there. Ryan Choi, as much as I like the character of Ryan Choi, he honestly didn't have to be there. Just throw that out there. Characters were getting short-shifted for characters who weren't even that important or were even that useful in the entire Crisis. So yeah, no, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that at all. Not buying it at all. Nope. Lies. 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 And now that I've said that, allegedly lies. Anyway, He says that we managed to work in a cameo for him that felt pretty legitimate. Like, it felt like, okay, this is good, this works, this is satisfying. But it was part of a larger story beat, and that story beat ended up going away for a variety of different lengths and production reasons and a whole host of things. Basically, that story beat was us going down a certain rabbit hole that we just didn't have the time, or didn't have the story time or screen time to go down. So unfortunately, that had to go. Okay, first off, no. No. Lies. Because you took time, and I'm going to say right now, I'm just going to spoil this shit. If you haven't seen Crisis on Infinite Earths, then don't. Don't waste your time. God help you if you were going to hear what I say and say, I got to go see this. God help you and get some Lysol for your eyes. But anyways, the crossover took the time to kill Oliver Queen not once, but twice. Not only that, they took the time to waste an episode sending characters to try to resurrect Oliver Queen, and then ultimately just shoehorned in the Spectre, for Christ's sakes. Like, you could have just done that from the jump. Could you not have just had the Spectre just come in and just, I don't know, change Oliver's fate and then just have him become the Spectre that way? I don't know. It was dumb. It was just dumb. It was fucking dumb. Anyway, it's a fucking dumb show. Dumb crossover. Dumb everything. Dumb everything is what that was. But like I said, Psychopirate did appear in the Elseworlds crossover, which was the crossover that was setting up this whole thing. Like, I'm not even joking. That's him right there. That's him right there. So, it's not like it was something that people were like, speculating that, this may happen. Like, no, this was a thing that was actually going to happen. That just hurts my head. It hurts my head. It makes me feel bad. I don't know. Yeah, it was WCW Invasion bad. Yes. It was WCW Invasion. Yes, and it was ass water. It was ass water. It was poopy water. Poopy water. Poopy butthole. The comic, yeah, I do agree. The comic was better, and I don't even like the comic that much. I would rather read Crisis on Infinite Earths again than watch that show. And I feel like it would take me more time to read Crisis on Infinite Earths because that book does not read well today. Let's see here. Let's talk about something that could have been that never was and maybe probably is for the best. Okay, so apparently Rick Remender, since this whole COVID-19 thing started, Rick Remender has been kind of, tweeting, Instagramming, what have you, about things that could have been, things that would have been, just kind of talking to the fans about all the things that, he either worked on or almost worked on. One of which was his X-Men pitch that he was going to, that he was working on back during, I think it was around like 2014, 2015, give or take. He was actually going to be basically what Hickman is doing now. He made a pitch for how he was going to take the X-Men going forward, in the Marvel Universe, what direction he was going to send them in. And apparently, he was also approached to head up the X-Men now. Like, he was actually... apparently he was, Marvel came to him, and very likely came to him first, before Hickman. Maybe. We'll see. But let's jump into it. So basically it says here, this is an article by comicbookresources.com, basically says that the writer has posted an excerpt from an old story Bible, which would have seen him taking over the X titles for a 2-year period before he left the company in 2014. So actually, this is stuff that would have gone into play, like, even before that. Like, for those who don't know, Rick Remender, he's moved on to Image Comics. He's done comics like 7 to Eternity. 7 to Eternity, Deadly Class, and various others. He's and honestly, I think he's better for it. I like his. I mean, not to say I didn't like his Marvel stuff. I know he did a lot of stuff for like Uncanny Avengers, Uncanny X. I think did he do Uncanny X-Force? But yeah, and that stuff I thought was good too. But I really like his Image Comics stuff. But that said, he said that he was also approached in 2019 to oversee the Marvel franchise, but declined, and the gig eventually went on to Jonathan Hickman, whose line-wide reboot has been met with approval from longtime X fans. But you going down here, this is actually the tweet right here, and basically, and here I'm gonna pull this up. Here we're gonna pull this up on here. And basically what he's saying is, he says, yeah, I just found my entire 2-year X Bible plans from when I was going to take over the X books. He says, I haven't opened it since I quit in 2014. It was very Phantom X, Jean, and Professor Zorn, or Exorn, Zorn-centric. The big bad was going to be Mastermind. He said, I just couldn't make myself do the mandated Inhuman story arc. C'est la vie. Because this was all like in lieu of the whole X-Men versus Inhumans bullshit, which, yeah, whatever. So, that said here, let's take a little bit of a closer look here. This is the Extraordinary X-Men issue number 1. This is basically like what's the word am I looking for here? Like a summary. This is like a summary of the entire issue. And it says, starts off, says, Days of No Future Part 1. Mystery and Moments, as we open on a glimpse of the event that transpired. Our first scene is young Jean yelling at young Scott in the midst of an intense fight. She stops young Scott from killing someone, but we cannot see who it is. The telekinetic shield she throws up to block young Scott's optic blast ricochets, hurting young Jean far away, injuring her. And let's see here. It says Phantom X arrives at the Jean Grey school. He says now inside Phantom X is talking to Eva about the job he took. He swore he would never get involved in anything related to the X-Men ever again, but the money is too good to turn down, and the parties he's been throwing since all of the mutants disappeared and everything went to shit are quite expensive. This is a lie. He needs the money to care for his actual mother, who is ill. Phantom X has a moral need to be a hero against every selfish instinct. And I think that's actually a pretty interesting little take. Like, if he actually would have went this route, they actually would have focused on Phantom X like this. I actually think it would have gone over well. The Inhuman stuff, probably not. But this, I think, would have gone over. Let's see here. Let's go here. Let's go. Okay, yes, this is your double page spread. Eva arrives at the remains of the Jean Grey school. Is completely decimated. Has been for some time. Many months. This is a big reveal. Whatever happened here, very little of the school remains. The main building is still intact, though badly burnt. The various sci-fi aspects of the school have crashed, and they are now covered in moss. This wasn't something that happened recently. And then it's the Extraordinary X-Men credits and title. And then it goes on to say, inside the ruins of the Jean Grey school, Phantom X infiltrates the decimated Jean Grey school. We follow Phantom X as he cautiously enters the school. He has a device that is helping him track his objective. He doesn't know what that objective is. And as he walks through the school, he passes various giant paintings illustrating various warm moments with the various X-Men teams throughout the years. We use Phantom X captions to define who the X-Men were, what they have gone through, and hint at their decimated condition now. It looks as if Days of Future Past has happened. Note as he walks and sees paintings, they turn into the real moments of time, real snapshots of X history. We use this time to define who the X-Men are and who they were. We reveal that Betsy is dead, and by Betsy he means Psylocke. Many X-Men are dead. They died in the unseen event, a war Scott Summers called the Kree Invasion, as the Inhumans are alien invaders in his eyes. And let's see here. Beyond all that, it goes on to say some other things, but it's all cut off. But I mean, yeah, that's fine. I don't think that's a bad thing. Let's go back here. Yeah, and one thing I will say, and I actually do agree with Black Phoenix. I mean, it sounds better than the Extraordinary X-Men that we got. That it does. Now, I will say Rick Remender was going through some shit with Marvel at the time when he was there. I don't think Rick Remender's a bad writer. I think the man is a fantastic writer. Go read Deadly Class. Go read 7 to Eternity. Go read all of that. I think that's fine. I think all of that stuff is good. But yeah, but he has his reasons for why they didn't go in that direction. And I mean, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. But like I said, if you go on down here, like I said, that's the other one. Low. If you've never read Low is a really good story too. I almost forgot about that one. I have not read Death or Glory. I have not read that one yet, but I've heard it's really good. So yeah. I mean, you never know. You never know. The things that could have been. DJ Lars of Marvel was like, "Where's Wolverine going to fit into this?" Dude, that is way more true than what you may imagine. Hey, what's going on, Geek Prime X? What's going on? Well, I mean, I will disagree. Black Phoenix, Psylocke, her character is not so much ruined anymore. I think her character is actually fixed. Character was ruined a long time ago. Back when they made her a white woman in a Japanese woman's body. That was the beginning of the ruination of her character, if we really want to keep it a buck. If we want to keep it a buck. But no, let's see here. I mean, those are all things that, I mean, yeah, ultimately, I'm glad we got what we got. I'm glad that we got Jonathan Hickman's run, because I actually think it's great. Rick Remender's kind of sounded like it would be like, okay, so I know there's a lot of people who don't like what Hickman's doing. I don't say a lot of people. I think there's just a number of people. I think there's an overwhelming majority of people who do enjoy what Hickman did. There's just a very vocal minority who don't. Now, that said, I would definitely go on a limb, and I would definitely point out that a lot of the people who say they don't like what Hickman is doing, they basically, every time when I read the comments, which I know I haven't responded to a lot of comments for the videos that I put out this week, mostly just because I've been too tired to want to bother to jump into that dumpster fire that is usually the comments of any YouTube video, not just mine, but anywhere on YouTube. But that said, I felt like a lot of these people usually just wanted the same old can of tuna X-Men they had been eating since they were a kid. They just wanted everything to go back to being, the X-Men, living in the mansion with Charles Xavier, just like back in the old 90s Jim Lee run of X-Men, and that's all they wanted. They just wanted things to go back to status quo, which is really funny because a lot of those same people often bitch and moan about status quo. And not only that, it sounds like what Remender was doing was actually going to be something different. It was going to be like a slight status quo return, but done with a fresh coat of paint. If that makes any sense. But yeah, I'm always in favor of new. Like, do something new. I mean, these comics are how old? Yeah, do something new. Do something different. You know, don't give me the same bullshit I've been reading. Raj Club says people like Japanese Psylocke because ... reasons. I know why they liked her. They liked her because her boobs and her ass could face the same direction at the same time. That's why they liked her. Go back and look at any picture of Psylocke. They always had her where, like, she would literally be facing this way. Like her body would be facing this way, her face would be going that way, and her boobs would be going this way, and her ass would be doing the exact same thing. That's why people like her. I'm sorry, but if you try and tell me that Psylocke had any type of personality or character during that stretch, I will have to tell you, you're lying. I mean, not to say that she had no personality, but it's just like she didn't have an interesting one. She was literally a white woman trapped in a Japanese woman's body. She was the ultimate weeaboo. That is exactly, she was a weeaboo's dream come true. That is what she was. But and not only that, the most impractical costume that any ninja would ever wear. Just throwing that out there. But yeah, that's one of those things I'm just like, like I was never the biggest Psylocke fan ever in life. Like, you know what? Funny gag. I know Maria's not in here right now, but Maria from Approach the Nerd, we did a video together talking about Psylocke, and we were talking about like things that people don't know about Psylocke. And one of the things I always pointed out was she chose to not wear pants. That was her choice. She chose to go out here fighting Apocalypse and Magneto and the Acolytes and the Hellfire Club with no pants on. That's what she chose. Just like Olivia Munn at X-Men Apocalypse. Exactly. No pants. And let's see here. Was it let's see here. Was it Lockstyle says fans always complain that nothing changes, but if you change something, God help you. Exactly. That's one of those things. That's one of those things I'm just like, look, you can't. People always tell me, like, man, I hate how they change everything. Like, then they're like, oh no, I just wish they'd do something different. You can't, yeah, you just can't have it. You can't please comics fans. And I'll be the ones that admit I've been that guy before, but I feel like I'm usually more rational about it than most people are. Like kind of like going, and not to beat a dead horse, but kind of like the whole thing like with the New Warriors thing. I'm willing to wait and read the first issue before I really just slam the new characters in that comic. But I can also tell you at the same time, I wish they would have only introduced instead of introducing, 5 new warriors, I'd rather they just would have introduced 2. Seems like it would have been easier. But whatever. Point is, but yeah, it just, like I said, you just have to know. You just have to know. That's all it is. Yeah, Storm wore no pants either, but guess what? Phantom Brawler. Storm had a personality before she took those pants off. Storm had a personality before she took the pants off. She was like, I got it. She was like, look, I gotta let all this ass hang out. But right, I mean, that's it. This is what it is. It is what it is. But I want to talk about a funny thing. A funny thing that I think is hilarious. I don't normally talk about video games on here. I just don't. Some people probably wonder, like, dude, do you even play video games? Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I do. A lot. Over on twitch.tv/Blerd Without Fear. There you go. Have fun with that. So, an interesting thing has happened. So we all know there are new gaming consoles coming out, the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. These are all consoles that are going to be coming out maybe this year. Both companies have kind of said that this whole pandemic thing is not going to affect what they do. We'll see. But apparently someone has decided to step up to the challenge. And that is a random hacker, because they have stolen the source code for the Xbox Series X, and they are holding that sumbitch ransom for $100 million. I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. I can't. Now, I also want to point out that this here, I don't even think this is the actual final look of the Xbox Series X. I think this is just more of a dev kit, because usually dev kits tend to look like this. But if it isn't, fine, whatever. It's just a PC. It's a PC. But here's the thing. Okay, so what you need to know. This is from Geek Tyrant. They say that basically what happened, this whole thing, they're offering to leak. This hacker is talking about leaking the source code that Microsoft is using for the Xbox Series X onto the internet to everyone, making the information available to all, and unless they get $100 million. Now, people are probably asking, well, how did this happen? Well, basically, they obtained the source codes for various AMD devices, specifically the Navi 10, the Navi 21, and Arden devices. Now, these are important because the last one, the Arden, is connected to the Xbox Series X. It is basically it's basically what's going to be powering all those pretty graphics you're going to be looking at. Now, AMD, they say they are aware that there's been a breach, and they believe the stolen information is, quotey fingers, not core to the competitiveness or security of its products. But regardless, the hacker is still threatening to release if they don't pay up. Now, popular torrenting website, Torrent Freak, apparently they have been in contact with the hacker, and the person, who is a woman, explained that AMD's GPU source code was the content in question, and said, in November of 2019, I found AMD Navi GPU hardware source codes in a hacked computer. The user didn't take any effective action against the leak of the codes. When they say the user, she's talking about the person who the computer originally belonged to. And they said when questioned further on the route of extraction, she explained the source code was unexpectedly achieved from an unprotected computer/server through some exploits. She says, I later found out about the files inside it. They weren't even protected properly or even encrypted with anything, which is just sad. She also said she hasn't spoken to AMD about the matter, because she's pretty sure the company will try to sue her. She says, I haven't spoken to AMD about it because I'm pretty sure that instead of accepting their mistake and moving on, they will try to sue me. So why not just leak it to everyone? That is a very, fuck it. Just throw it out there. I don't give a fuck. Just, there you go. Have that shit. It's like, well, they're going to fucking sue me anyway, goddammit. Just let everybody have it. Oh, God. Look, I mean, I'm just saying. But, hey, here's the thing. Before I go any further, I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't give a shit about the Xbox. I don't give a shit about console exclusivity. I have been a PlayStation guy for the longest, just because they have better games that are exclusives. All the exclusives for Xbox have been wild trash lately. since the Xbox One came out. And even the ones that are good, I can play on my computer. So that's why I don't have an Xbox. I have every console except an Xbox One. I have PlayStation 4. I've got a Nintendo Switch. I've got a PC. I still have PlayStation 2 and 3 and 1. I have a fucking Dreamcast, for Christ's sakes. And I have an Xbox 360. I clearly do not give a fuck about console tribalism, which I think is dumb, considering that the Xbox One and the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 are damn near the same system. But I don't have that tribalism bullshit. I don't like that. I hate that. That's not a thing for me. A staff sergeant jumped in with $7 super chat, says, "Hey man, can you give a shout out to all my brothers and sisters trapped overseas who can't come home because of Rona?" By the way, yes. Real quick. Because this is something that's very important. I want to jump away from that. I don't think people take into account that this whole pandemic that's going on, it's shut down a lot of travel. I know when people think about travel, they think, oh, well, that's just for commercial flights. But no, that actually affects your people who are serving in the military abroad. And not even just abroad, but just in other states. You could just as easily be serving in the military in another state, and you can't travel because they're shutting that shit down. Now, this is important because these people who are serving the country, they are doing this. They are literally trapped from their families. Imagine for yourself, you are on quarantine. You're at home. You're home. Your family's already here. Your friends are nearby-ish. Maybe. I don't know. Unless you are roommates with your friends. I don't know. But imagine being quarantined somewhere where you don't have anything. You don't have anybody. I mean, you have the people who you serve with who become your family, but you don't have your family. That's a hard thing. It's a difficult thing. And I think that, it is worth it to take time to just kind of think about that for a second and just realize how fortunate a lot of us are and how unfortunate others are who are doing things for us that we aren't doing for ourselves. It's only not downplay anybody who doesn't serve, but just saying there's things that we're not doing ourselves. So I just want to put that out there. But yes, Staff Sergeant, I 1,000% behind you on that one. Like I said, just keep your keep the people who are serving our country. Just kind of keep them in your. I'm not the guy. I'll be the first to admit. I've always hated the whole thoughts and prayers thing, but just keep them in your mind. If you are a praying person, I would say, hey, take some time for that. If you're a thoughtful person, if you think about these things, keep them in your thoughts. Whether you're sending positive energy, meditating on them, whatever, just something to think about. But getting back to it, I mean, and I will agree with Kevin. He says he only has the Xbox because it's the console all his friends picked. And and honestly, all my friends, they picked PlayStation, so it's whatever. The system is, I don't think the system's that great. I think the UI for the system is not very good. Since Xbox has good exclusives like Halo and stuff, agreed. My thing is, I'm an RPG guy. Xbox doesn't have any good RPGs. Not any that PlayStation doesn't already have. They don't have Persona 5, as far as I'm aware. It just, they don't, they, I think only just recently has Detroit Become Human been released widely, console-wise, and Horizon Zero Dawn, same, being announced for that. But Horizon Zero Dawn was an amazing game. Even before that, the Last of Us, it was re-released on PS4, but it was on PS3 originally. But just the same, it's a game Xbox doesn't have. the Uncharted series, like stuff like that. Like the types of games I like to play, Xbox doesn't do. They're more worried about sports games and Call of Duty. I don't give a fuck about any of that. And everybody has paid multiplayer, so that's the thing. Even Nintendo does now. But that said, let's see here. Game Pass, I will say, yeah, Game Pass, I will give you that. Game Pass is better than PS Now, but I mean, it's one of those things that, like, most of the games that are on Game Pass, I already have. I had before Game Pass was a thing. So, there you go. Yeah, God of War, Spider-Man, more games that Xbox doesn't have that I care about. Yeah, so I mean, just is one of those things. But the thing is, the whole tribalism. I go where the games are. I don't give a fuck about the system. I care about the games. And I know Microsoft has been going out of their way to buy up all these companies and get them to make games for them. Like some of my favorite companies, like Ninja Theory. Fine, that's cool. Whatever. As long as the games are good, I don't give a shit. But I will say this. Oh, wait, I just realized that display is behind a lot of things. There you go. Hey, AS donating the $7 super chat. Thank you. Didn't even say anything. Just wanted to come through, drop $7 on me. I'm not even mad about that. But yeah, my whole thing, my whole beef with it is just that, like, I know there was some rumor that Sony was in talks with Konami to buy some of their properties, like Castlevania, Metal Gear, all this other stuff. If Sony did that, that would just be another feather in the cap, because I fucking love Castlevania. I love Silent Hill. I love Metal Gear Solid, so that would just be more reasons for me to not give a fuck about Xbox. Unless they made something I gave a shit about. And if that's the case, I'll just buy it on PC, which I already have. But yeah, basically, I mean, that's fine, Kier, but I don't care about that. That's the thing. Like, I mean, yeah, Xbox Game Pass, that's nice, but if the games aren't any good or they're shit games, then why would I want them? If they're games I'm not going to play, especially like a lot of the games on Game Pass, I'm not going to play. I mean, yeah, sure, if you stop paying for it, I mean, yeah, sure, you still get to keep them, that's fine, but it's like, I mean, I have Game Pass for PC. I mean, that's fine too, but it's just not something I care about. If the games you're offering aren't games I want to play, then what's the point? Let's see here. Let's see. But I mean, the thing, I also play PlayStation Online, so I always have PlayStation Plus. I don't buy PlayStation month to month. I buy it every year. Sometimes I buy it twice in a year, especially if I see a deal, because I play online with people. So it's not that big a deal for me to keep my PlayStation Plus active. So that's yet another thing that doesn't matter to me. Which I get it. You're an Xbox guy. That's fine. I'm not downing you, Kier. I'm just saying that you're not going to change my mind here. You're not going to change my mind. I'm not trying to change your mind, but you're not going to change my mind. Yeah, I'm just saying. Because at the end of the day, PC is better than both. So right now, what you're talking about, this tribalism, you're arguing for second place, at best. You're arguing for second place, which I think is just a silly thing to do. But I mean, yeah, it's just not a thing for me. It's not a thing for me. And let's see here. And like Raj says, yeah, just want to play fucking games. That's all I care about. Like, if you get an Xbox, that's great for you. I think that's great. But guess what? It doesn't affect me. We will not be playing games together. Unless the game has crossplay. Just throwing that out. PC is the best. I'm sorry. You can sit here and argue over the burning throne that is what is the best console. That's fine. But at the end of the day, my PC, right now, my PC that is 6 or 7 years old is better than your Xbox One X. It's better than your PS4 Pro. Matter of fact, I would dare say, short of my hard drive, my computer is going to be better than your Xbox Series X. So there you go. And like I said, it just is what it is. But that said, moving back to the topic at hand. It says AMD has not mentioned the specifics of what was stolen, but they are working with law enforcement during an ongoing criminal investigation, and their statement is as such, is that at AMD, data security and protection of our intellectual property are a priority. In December 2019, we were contacted by someone who claimed to have test files related to a subset of our current and future graphics products, some of which were recently posted online, but have since been taken down. While we are aware that the perpetrator has additional files that have not been made public, we believe the stolen graphics IP is not core to the competitiveness or security of our graphics products. We are not aware of the perpetrator possessing any other AMD IP. We're working closely with law enforcement officials and other experts as part of an ongoing criminal investigation, which I think is just amazing. But that said, so this is what I am putting in my computer very soon. For those who are not aware, this is a AMD 3900X. AMD Ryzen 9 3900X. So this is going in there very shortly, along with my 2070 graphics card, which will be even better than the shit that they've got in the Xbox Series X. Or the PS5, for that matter. My games will run way better, way smoother. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, but what case? You know what? I'll share the case. Hold on. So this is the case that I got. Actually, literally just got it today. You can see glass top on the sides, everything. This is the back of that bad boy. This is where the magic is going to happen. And not only that, I will have USBs all going down the top of this bad boy. And yeah. So it's gonna be it's gonna be awesome. Also gonna get some liquid cooling to go in there, so that's gonna be amazing. And then also new motherboard. So I got the MSI MPG X570 Gaming Edge Wi-Fi. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome motherboard. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to making some magic with this bad boy. Looking forward. So yeah, there you go. It'll be my little pet project that I'm working on over the course of the next few days. So there you go. Actually, the graphics card will be here Monday, and then we can get to work. We'll be able to get to work. Oh yeah, no, we're gonna water cool that bad boy. Don't worry, don't you worry about that, Dark Angel. We're gonna water cool that bad boy. I don't want to talk about that one. That's dumb. Let's keep the news. Let's get to some positive news, and then we'll go into questions. Excuse me. So apparently, LeVar Burton LeVar Burton, those probably know him as Kinte from Roots, as Geordie LaForge, Star Trek The Next Generation, of course, also Reading Rainbow. So, yeah, we got that. Let's see. Yes, Mr. Bundles, you missed that over an hour ago. We've been live for exactly 2 hours. You missed that a while ago. But that said, that's why it says plus more on the bottom of the thumbnail. Okay. So, yeah. He recently put out a tweet. Yeah, let's pull it up. He recently put out a tweet that said, it says, I have been busting my brain for about a week now, trying to figure out how to do a live streamed version of LeVar Burton Reads, which, for those of you who don't know, it's his podcast where he reads short stories on a podcast. Love it. It's a great podcast. I just try not to listen to it when I'm driving, which is normally when I listen to podcasts, because his voice is so buttery smooth, it lulls me to sleep. And I have legit nodded off while driving, listening to his podcast when it first came out. He says, I figure that during this difficult time, I could contribute by reading aloud to folks who could use some diversion for themselves and their families. And then he says, in order to avoid legal complications, I've gone down the rabbit hole searching through volumes of short stories in the public domain for appropriate content for families and have come up empty. Now, this did happen. And he tweeted this. This was on March the 24th. And you go back and let's look at the replies. And there's a reply from a very specific person who is out here doing the Lord's work. And let's see here. Let's see if I can find... actually, no, we're going to have to go. We'll just go to the story because I can't find... It was supposed to be, like, right in here. There it is. There it is. Neil Gaiman comes in. Or is it Gaiman? Gaiman? I don't know. Anyway, he says, you have my blanket permission for any of my stories, LeVar. He says you can read whatever you want. You can read it all. Read everything, damn it. So if it's got my name on it, it's yours. And LeVar Burton's reply was, you, good sir, are my hero, sending love to you and yours during these turbulent times. And Neil simply replied, I appreciate it so much. Now, this is big news. Now, this gives LeVar Burton an opportunity to tell some stories that he probably otherwise would not have told. Because, once again, there are copyright issues and things of that nature. Which I think that's really awesome. I think it was really awesome. That was something that he didn't have to do. He didn't have to do. More importantly, he could have kept it behind closed doors, for Christ's sakes. And I think that would be great. I think that would be fantastic. I'm not really the biggest Neil Gaiman reader. I'm very iffy. Like outside of I'm outside of like Good Omens. Yeah, I'm a little iffy on a lot of that stuff. But I thought that was really cool. That was really nice of him to do, and I think it's a very positive thing. Not to mention, a lot of people are doing that right now. LeVar Burton is not the only one right now. I see somebody pointed out that talking about Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart is actually doing some read-alongs and some I think he's doing Shakespeare. I think yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say yeah, Patrick Stewart is doing Shakespeare. That he is reading to the peoples. And there's some others that are doing something kind of similar. I just think it's a cool thing to do. I think it's just a nice thing to do. Just something that, takes people's minds off things. So, yeah. But I thought that was very interesting. Now, as to what he is going to read, I know some people are expecting him to read something along the... He usually does sci-fi on LeVar Burton reads, so I know sometimes he kind of dips outside of that. But some people are expecting him to read like Coraline, Sandman, or whatever. But I think he's probably going to use the opportunity to do some of the lesser known works. Maybe. I don't know. But whichever one he chooses to do, I'm sure it is going to be just fine. Now that said, we can now get into the questions. Let's get into some questions. Let's see here what we got. Let's see here. Let's see here. Actually, I just saw your message, Vulcan. Yeah, they're working. They're popping up. They don't play any music anymore. They just play like a quick little boom and out. I just now saw that, by the way. Let's see here. What we got in here? God damn it. Okay, so actually we got two questions in the Discord right now. Which, by the way, link in the description. Let's see. Also, by the way, I do want to also point out that we do have today we actually got some new people in the Discord. Let's see. We'll go get shout outs to y'all real quick. We got JNYC 2020, Girl Talk 13. Let's see. Ryu 89. Quadruple X. Lee 337. I see y'all in here, man. Welcome to the Discord. Welcome to Blerd Koa. And I see Lee has already blessed us with some art. Thank you. I am here for it. Thank you. Let's see. Now let's jump into some questions. We got questions. We got one question from last week that was missed because I think it popped up by the time we were going off the air. So we'll address that one first. It's from both questions are from Rough Rider 86. It says, with all the empty arena wrestling shows going on, why do you think we haven't gotten more gimmick matches? And what he means by that, he says, falls count anywhere, boiler room brawls, street fights, etc. Realizing AEW has booked a parking lot brawl, I remember Rowdy Piper versus Goldust at Mania 12. And halftime heat, which some of you may remember was the match. It was a last man standing match between The Rock and Mankind in an empty arena. And it was great. Oh my God, it was so good. We may do a video. If we do anything tonight on Twitch, we may play that back. Okay. So, honestly, I don't know why they aren't doing that. It strikes me as odd. It seems like the best opportunity to do stuff like that. I would not mind seeing a last man. I know we're going to see that for Mania, Edge versus Randy Orton, if WrestleMania even still happens. I know they filmed it, but I would like to see that. I would love to see that. I would love to see a scaffold match, even though, God, you'd be killing yourself for no audience. It says, the COBY jumped in with a super chat, says, where is the Juggernaut? And my Stevie voice from Malcolm in the Middle. Hey, Juggernaut is on the way. Actually, Juggernaut is going to show up in X-Force very soon. And he's also in the Savage Avengers right now. And I think he has his own little mini-series that's going to be coming out here very shortly. I think it was supposed to come out this month. Or next month, I believe. We don't know if that's going to happen, though, because apparently everybody's put their pencils down on comics. No one's working on anything right now. But thank you for that $5 super chat. You rock. Thank you. But yeah, I would love to see more. I love the Roddy Piper Goldust match. Matter of fact, it's even more interesting when you go back and hear Dustin Runnels talk about that match. Dustin Rhodes, when he goes back and does interviews talking about that match and how Roddy Piper was legitimately trying to hit him with the car for real, like for real. It was actually hitting him for real, like and shouting homophobic slurs at him. For real. Yeah, it was bad. It was pretty bad. I love the match, but knowing that, and they also cut to footage of it was actual footage of the Bronco, with OJ was in, he was running from the cops. But yeah, I would love to see that. I think there should be more. Make it worth everybody's while. Don't do anything too dangerous, though. I said a scaffold match earlier. That's actually very dangerous. But, I mean, if you're going to do dangerous shit, then, I mean, hey, make it fun. Rough Rider also asks, does this mean I have to wait until August to find out how the Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover ends because of what we talked about earlier with Diamond? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Now, let's see here. Says, was the Shag B said Unique Studios is making a lot of their content free for a while. Yeah, there's a few other companies that have been doing that too. I just want to point out, Pornhub is out here raising money to get and donating money to get ventilators to hospitals. That is a thing. I just want to point that out. Pornhub is out here doing more for your country than the United States government. I just want to point that out. Let's see here. How do you feel about a 2-day WrestleMania? I am very on board for a 2-day WrestleMania because I'm a big fan of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and they do 2-day events as well. Wrestle Kingdom 14 I thought was amazing. And I actually did say when watching Wrestle Kingdom 14, I was like, dude, yes, do a 2-day event. Spread this shit out and keep it interesting. I think it would be better overall. Would it cost more? Sure. But WrestleMania weekend, if you go there live, you're already going to be doing stuff all weekend anyway. You're going to be going to see NXT, which honestly, you just rope NXT into the WrestleMania shenanigans. You could you could get other events involved. I think it would be an amazing thing to do. I would be all for it. Says, was it Cassius 1177 says, what kind of things could people do with the source code if released? They could probably make their own Xboxes. If I'm being brutally honest. If nothing else, they could make the UI, the operating system. Maybe, I don't know. It would really depend. You just have to have some technical know-how. Because, I mean, yeah, think about it. The consoles now are basically just computers. They're just computers. That's all they are. An Xbox One X and a PS4 are basically just dumbed-down computers. Let's see here. And yeah, if you really want to, someone could just build a PC using the Xbox Series X source code, and they could probably get away. They might be able to get away without having to buy an Xbox. They could probably play Xbox games on that PC if they built it. They could probably even bootleg games. That's another reason why you might want to shut that down. But yeah, it could be anything. But who knows? They could probably change the source code before all that even happens. But the Xbox Xbox sex is so far along. I don't know if they actually would have time to change it. Let's see here. Taishim Katzen says, Blerd, what happened to Roman Reigns versus Goldberg WrestleMania 36? Okay, so what happened was, a lot of people may not remember, but Roman Reigns has had leukemia twice. At least as far as since he's been wrestling. He may have had it even before then. Like an incident before then. Not to say that he hasn't had it before then. But we all remember very recently he had to take some time off because of it. And that makes him immunocompromised, which means that it is very easy for him to get sick. And the Miz, apparently, while they were taping matches for WrestleMania this year, this week rather, Miz was apparently sick, though they never said that he had COVID-19. They never said that, what he had exactly, but they still taped their match with him and John Morrison versus the Usos. And Roman did not appreciate the way that WWE was handling this, allowing someone who's sick to wrestle and having them wrestle someone else. And Roman Reigns, he can't be involved in that because that means that unless that ring is disinfected, they keep distance, whatever, he goes in that ring, he could get sick. And he's immunocompromised, so it would be so much easier for him to catch COVID-19 than anybody else. Daniel Bryan, another wrestler, also immunocompromised. And he's still supposedly going to wrestle, but he says he's going to quarantine himself after this is all over because not only can he get sick and possibly die, but you also got to remember that his wife, Brie Bella, is pregnant. So we don't know what the effects of COVID-19 would be on an unborn child, and that's just not a risk he's willing to take. So I don't blame him. By the way, what's up, Deku? I see you just rolled up in here. What's poppin', player? Let's see here. Stephen Huggins asks, have you watched Superman Red Son yet? I actually have not. I may rectify that today, but I've heard good things about it. I've also heard bad things, but I've heard good things too. Let's see here. Let's see. Rochigi7 says, I had a crazy idea about overhauling Peter Parker's character after Superior Spider-Man and the Secret Empire. Have Peter revert to an updated version of his original personality before the bite. That could be interesting. I don't know. I feel like they've already, they at that point, they had already done too much mind shenanigans by that point, but you never know. If it's written well, it could work. Let's see here. Let's see. Hey, Kanan White says, well, bro, just saying, hey, I appreciate it. By the way, you know what? I normally don't, I haven't done this, so, we're gonna do this. I want to show something. I want to show off something. Kanan, who is an amazing artist, by the way, I just want to point this out, because this man was out here. Kanan was out here doing the Lord's work, and I want to show it off. He actually dropped this in the Discord. If you go to, if you are in the Discord and you go to the Your Art section, you'll be able to find it. But I'm going to go ahead and show it off here right now because it's just that amazing. But here, let's take a look. My guy right here, Kanan, dropped this on me a couple of days ago. This is, now for those of y'all have watched the intro for the video, you see it's like me in a Daredevil mock-up suit. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit just so y'all can kind of see the detail in this, man. This dude is out here doing the Lord's work. He got the septum ring. I shaved today, but he's got the goatee. Loving it. Dude, just loving it. Just, oh man, just so great. Just the detail, like everything, the line work. Dude, it just looks fantastic. By the way, I got to give a shout out. I have to give a shout out for that. Dude, Kanan was out here doing the Lord's work. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for that. I said it in the Discord, but I just wanted to say it physically. Thank you, Kanan. I don't know if you're still in here. But if you are, thank you. So yeah, let's see here. Wilbur Robinson asked if I'm up on the American God show. I won't lie, I'm not. I watched half of the first season, but then I didn't have Stars anymore, and I technically have ways to watch it, but I won't say here. But there are a lot of shows I'm probably going to be catching up on. So we'll see. Let's see here. Let's see. And going back to the question that Rough Rider asked, yes, the fact that yes, his cousins, his family, they are probably all going to be together after all this is over, and yeah, they could pass it to him. So yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that at all. Yeah, like I said, dude, that was amazing. That artwork, it was amazing. Kanan, once again, you're out here doing the Lord's work. We might do a movie night tonight in the Discord. We might. I don't know what. I tell you what. Because a few ideas have been floated around. Floated around in the Discord by both general members of the general members of the Discord, Quiet Council, which are the mods, for those who don't know. If you see anybody from the Quiet Council, they are a mod. Just want to point that out. Also, by the way, let's see. Oh, I see here. Previously AS. Oh, I see. Naiway, or I don't know if I'm saying that right. Like I said, I will fuck up a name in a heartbeat. But welcome to the Discord. Just want to go ahead and let you know. Dark Angel, I don't know if I'm down for baby blood tonight. I don't know if I'm down for anything too weird. I almost want to. I won't lie. I'm in the mood to watch something that I think might be good. Baby blood. I actually went and watched a little bit after we spoke, and I was just like, the whole time my mouth just hung open. And this is coming from a guy who's seen the inside. For those who don't know what the inside is, it's crazy. Here, let me see something here. Because I just got a bunch of fucking text messages. Okay, yeah. There's that. Okay, yeah, no, we're good. Okay, nothing major. Okay. Outbreak. Oh God, the burning. Hey, anytime, Cassius. I got you anytime, man. You have to say it. Look, I appreciate you supporting the channel, watching the videos, clicking on the videos. That's what matters. Let's see here. We Being Geeky says Teen Lantern versus Ironheart would be cool. I wouldn't be against that. At all. The Toxic Avenger. Oh God. The Toxic Avenger. Wow. You just took me back to like 10 years old. Man, that's an old trauma film. Oh my God. Okay, here's the thing. If we watch anything tonight in the Discord, I want to go ahead and set some ground rules that it has to be something I have access to, first off. It has to be something I have access to that can be easily procured and watched, because some of these things I don't own, like the Toxic Avenger, and I don't even know if it's streaming anywhere. I think Outbreak is streaming somewhere, but I don't know where. I think it's on something that I have. Class of Nukem High. Oh my God. I have not seen that shit in forever. The Burning is on Shudder. Okay. That could be a possible. Wait, what is The Burning? I feel like I should be asking questions. What is The Burning? Is it going to be something that is, am I going to be shaking my head the whole time? Is the question that I have. Will I be shaking my head? A Toxic Avengers on Amazon Prime? You know, you may have said it. It probably just didn't register in my head that you said that. The Korean movie is I know there's The Wailing. I've been really wanting to watch The Wailing. Now that is the movie I really want to see. The Wailing is something I really want to watch because now that is up my alley. If we're gonna, right here, I got my phone right here. I literally have all this shit like right here on my phone. Because to give you guys an idea, last time I think we watched the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure live action movie, and let's see. Now not everything we watch has to be that ridiculous or crazy, but which I actually enjoyed the live action movie. I thought it was really good, which is not something I can say for very many live action anime adaptations, especially coming out of Japan. Here, let's see here. What do I got? What the frack is that? I didn't make that order. Must have been my wife. Never mind. Yep, it's a mattress. Yep, so there you go. Gotta break that bad boy in. Woo! Danger. Anyway, did I ever watch the Bleach live action? I watched half of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. But it actually had my attention because I forget his name, but the guy who plays Kamen Rider Fourze plays Ichigo, and I really like him. Let's see, Disney Plus, Hulu, any of that stuff is fine. I'm fine with any of that. I'm fine with any of that. Let's see here. Jojo Rabbit. Oh my God. Yeah, Jojo Rabbit is something I've been wanting to see. I know someone mentioned Tiger King, but that's just a lot of a show to watch. I don't want to do all that. Full Metal Alchemist. I hated the Full Metal Alchemist live action movie. It is god awful. Terrible. Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. That could be a thing. Let's see here. Jaxeline is in here. Oh my God. My girl Jaxeline just walked into the damn building. Girl, what's good? Y'all, Jaxeline, y'all treat Jaxeline kindly. She is one of my favorite people. Also a fellow Twitch streamer. Go check her out. Go check out her Twitch channel. She's awesome. Just the best personality. I've been going live on I think by the time we became acquaintances, friends, I wasn't streaming on YouTube at the time. I used to, and then I moved to Twitch, and because of I got suspended from YouTube, so I couldn't stream, and then they gave me my streaming rights back. And then I was like, well, I'll just stream over here now. So yeah, go check her out. If I'm not mistaken, it is exactly twitch.tv/Jaxeline. I believe exactly as you see it in the chat. She's awesome. She's good people. Let's see. Oh, you say you finally got a new PC? Welcome to the fam bam. Welcome to the PC Master Race, Jaxeline. We're glad to have you. Oh shit! Yes, I want it. If you come over to YouTube, all you gotta do, say the word. I got you, fam. I got you. Okay, so Wilbur Robinson, he said he's always been wanting to get into Kamen Rider. Could that be an edition of a movie night? I tell you what, I didn't advertise this, but the past 2 days, The past 2 days, I've actually gone live on Discord, but just not told anybody. And I was watching Kamen Rider 01, which is the current Kamen Rider. And Dark Angel jumped in. She actually watched some of it with me. And I was here for it. I mean, because I always like introducing people to stuff. So, yeah, I was watching Kamen Rider, having a good old time. I didn't advertise it. I didn't post anything about it. I didn't say anything in the Discord. I literally just jumped into the voice chat in general and just hit to go live and made Kamen Rider 01 be the thing that would be up if you jumped in the chat and decided you wanted to voice chat with me. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not against it. I'm not against... see? Even Dark Angel, she was like, man, that actually was kind of good. Because when I turned it off, she's like, but wait, I was just getting into it. And I was like, see? I said them sneak hangouts. Look, I want to, and also I want to tell everybody too, if you ever are in the Discord, if you see me in the general voice chats or whatever, please, by all means, you are more than welcome to come in and talk to me. I don't bite. A lot of times I might be doing stuff. I might be working on something. You never know. But I don't mind talking to people. And I generally put up a movie or a show or something that I'm watching while I do work. Because I'm like, hey, if you want to be entertained, there you go. Yeah, just don't be infected. And we're not even talking about COVID. We're not even talking about COVID at that point. We're talking about, this is an inside joke for those who watched, I think, what was it, a couple of days ago, we streamed in the Discord, not on Twitch, but in the Discord, we streamed playing the game Deceit, and it got ugly. So, yeah. Hey, the Noir Cortex, what's going on? It's that first time catching you live. Hey, welcome to the stream. Look here. Bam, there you go. You are blessed into the stream. And we were also playing Uno, but I wasn't able to get Uno to stream because it was just being funny. It was being real funny acting. But yeah, so if you were interested in wanting to join us, yeah, and right now, because of everything going on with COVID-19, usually they limit how many people can be in a voice chat. Well, to like 10 people. They've changed that to 50. So it might be worth a look. Might be worth a look. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. It may be worth a look. Just throwing it out there. Let's see here. Let's get back into this. I see someone asked about Rocket. Yes, Rocket is from Young Justice, but also from the Milestone Media Comics, from the Icon Comics. Rocket was Icon's partner / sidekick. Let's see. Geek Prime X says, what about Kamen Rider Zeo did you like? Okay. First things first, the music. I love the theme song. That's one. Over Quartzer is my, I don't say my number one favorite, but it is damn near close to it. My favorite Kamen Rider theme song. And just one of my favorite songs in general. I just love the theme behind it. Just like the chorus, man, it just brings a tear to my eye every time. And then I liked the main character I wasn't as interested in, but I did like the story surrounding him. The whole thing with Omazeo got a little complicated and got overcomplicated towards the end. And I wish they would have done more with Tsukuyomi early in the series as opposed to waiting to the ass end of the show to do anything with her of importance. And I did like the villains. I liked the villains a lot. And I even liked the dynamic between Kamen Rider Zeo and Kamen Rider Gates. So I thought and I loved Decade. It was the first time I've ever really liked Kamen Rider Decade was in that show. So yeah. Let's see here. Reggie7 says, in honor of the demo dropping, I played the OG Resident Evil 3, and damn, Nemesis was annoying to fight, especially on that damn bus. Yes, very, very annoying. As a matter of fact, he's worse in the new demo. If you can imagine that. Noir Cortex says, are you familiar with Netflix picking up Mark Millar's Prodigy? Yes, I am. Actually, that was a story I meant to talk about today, and I won't lie, I feel like shit that I have forgotten about it. But yes, for those that don't know, Mark Millar has he has a comic called Prodigy, which is a really interesting, it's a very interesting comic. Like the whole here, I'm gonna pull up. I want to pull up an image. I'm pulling up an image right now, so y'all give me a moment. But basically, it's about this guy. Here, let me pull this up. I'm trying to find a good image, one that's not all grainy. We don't want the grainy ones. We want the good ones. Here we go. Boom. Found. Oh, that's a little one. That's a really small image. We got a bigger version of that image? Fuck it. We'll just blow it up. Oh, no. It's a big image. They just made it look really small. Okay. There you go. That works. Okay. Oh, no. Wait. No. It's actually dumb small. Okay. Never mind. Lies. They've lied to me. They have lied to me about the size of this image. There we go. That's the size image that I was looking for. Okay, so to kind of give you guys a little bit of an introduction, basically it's about this guy. His name's Edison Crane. And he is literally he's basically the smartest man on the planet. Like, it's like, think Mr. Terrific, but maybe like on steroids. And yeah, the guy, he literally can do it all. He actually literally is Mr. Terrific. He's actually like a more updated Mr. Terrific. The guy, he's a Nobel Prize winning scientist. The guy's an Olympic level athlete. He's basically John Constantine. It's like if you took Mr. Terrific, John Constantine, and a bunch of other like the smartest characters and put them into one. And yeah, that's basically who he is. And he handles issues that the rest of the world can't handle. For lack of a better way to put it. But this is him. This is that same character. This is Edison Crane. And dude is awesome. And they just, Netflix, I think, announced a few days ago that they are making a Netflix original series based on him. And I couldn't be happier because this guy is awesome. I've actually wanted to do a video talking about him. I just haven't done it yet, but lazy. Because I wanted to do one on him, one on Livewire, other characters. Like when I was thinking about characters to cover for Black History Month, and not just Black History Month, but just in general, he was one of the ones that was on the short list for coming up. So, but yeah, thank you, Noir Cortex, for bringing him up, because I totally forgot about him. Let's see here. Yeah, I agree with Kier on this one. Like, Decade was played very well in Zio. They just did not do him any justice on his own show, which I thought was so weird that they actually found a better way to work him into the Kamen Rider mythos in another show 10 seasons later. Let's see here. And I want to point out real quick also, Santi hit me with the $1.99 super chat, just sending out those positive vibes. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here for the vibes, god damn it. But yeah, so there, I mean, like I said, that's a thing. That is a thing. I see, wait. Why is one of my favorite John Carpenter movies being referenced in the chat? Why is The Golden Child being referenced in the chat? I have questions. Because I would really like to talk about The Golden Child just for no reason at all. Anyway, but yeah, so that's the thing. So y'all be on the lookout. I don't know when it's coming to Netflix. I don't know if that has been I don't know if that's actually been revealed yet. Let's I mean, and right now with everything going on, it's going to be difficult to say at best. But and this really isn't even any surprise because Mark Millar, I forgot, he signed an exclusivity deal with Netflix, so this was going to happen regardless. This was going to happen. This has been well and in the talks, but this is like it's now officially a thing. So yeah, just kind of keep your eyes peeled on that. But let's see, have they put up anything? They haven't put up anything recently, as far as I can tell. But matter of fact, this is actually really cool. I actually, even though probably I shouldn't do this, I'll probably get in trouble for it. But here, let's I'll show you guys this. This is like a motion comic job they did on so yeah. So I mean that's a thing that has happened. But that's on their official Twitter page at Prodigy Netflix. So like I said, just kind of give you an idea of what you're looking at. So yeah, these are things that have happened. I will go ahead and say, for those of you who do have the ability, if you're in the Discord, feel more than free to drop some ideas for stuff. You're welcome, Mr. Brown. You are very welcome. Kevin says we should watch The Golden Child on Discord. I'm not against that. Here's what we're gonna do. I am going to take the time to here. Here's the number one dad pin. So there you go, number one dad. I'm gonna write down some things, and in the Discord, I'm going to put. We're gonna put together a poll, and I'm gonna take some of the movies that have been mentioned. And you will be able. The way I'm gonna try and set it up to where you'll be able to emote what your vote is for whichever movie. And you know what? You can tell this is the pen I use a lot out of ink. That's okay. Got this one. My patented best there is, best there was, best there ever will be pen. That's not actually what it is, but yeah. And also, let me see. This is on Prime. I need to see where Golden Child is. I think I actually have it, but yeah, whatever. And what else did we say? There were some other ones that were thrown out there. I saw that that was a thing. Let's see what else is. Someone else. What were some other ones that were thrown out there? I'll put Baby Blood in the running, and God help us if that gets picked. Oh, I actually missed this one. Alfonso, I don't know if you're in the chat still. Yes, the Blade of the Immortal live action is very good. I'm sorry I missed that question. I apologize. I missed it. I apologize. But Alfonso, yes, it is very good. I own it. I'll put that on the list in case anyone is interested. Also, Takashi Miike is just great. If you've never seen 13 Assassins, very good movie. Also by Takashi Miike. Let's see here. What else we got? Oh, you said it's on Amazon Prime, The Golden Child. I'm assuming you're talking about okay, and I own the Blade of the Immortal live action movie, so that's not a hard thing to come across. So I've got The Golden Child, Toxic Avenger, Baby Blood, Blade of the Immortal. What were some other ones that were thrown out there? What were some other ones? I'm looking. And yeah, Taishima, I just saw you had asked me about Full Metal Alchemist too. Yeah, I've seen it. I didn't like it. I did not like it at all. Did not enjoy my time with it. The Burning, that was the other one. It was The Burning. That was another movie that was thrown on there. Dark Angel, you said The Entity. And like I said, we'll make a little poll or something. We'll kind of we'll make a little poll, and I'll put it up in Discord. I'll tag everyone so everyone will know that is happening. Kevin, if you can drop that link to me for the website, if you can drop that in the war room, that would be awesome. And like I said, we'll do that. And we'll go from there. We could probably, it's a halftime heat, since it's only 30 minutes. I mean, we might just do that just for the yucks, because we don't always just go, whatever. Oh, sweet. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. Much appreciated. When does the show Prodigy come out? I don't know. Here, let me see if I can. Let me see if I can. Apparently it was supposed to be. Hold up, what are they talking about here? Oh, wait, that's something else. They're not talking about the same thing that we're talking about. They're talking about a whole other. They're talking about a whole other Prodigy. That's like a horror movie. It says here they don't have a date yet. There's no actual date released yet, and honestly, with everything going on, I wouldn't expect one anytime soon. I wouldn't expect it. Let's see here. Okay, we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go spend some time with the family for a little bit, get some food in me. Also, do want to say welcome to Vader Gypsy and Guard Corey. They just jumped into the server. So I want to welcome y'all to the Discord, everybody that just joined. I want everybody give your warmest welcomes. To everybody, not just them, but all the other people who jumped in today too. And like I said, don't be shy. That's one of those things I always try and tell people when you come to the Discord. Don't be shy. I know we get some new people that come in and they're like, we don't bite. We don't. We really don't. But yeah, feel more than free to talk to us. You feel more than free to tag me and ask me a question or talk to me. I will respond. I may not respond quickly, but I will respond. I will be spending the rest of the day up until maybe we get together later tonight answering comments. So pray for me. Anyways, thank you all so much. Once again, y'all been fantastic. Y'all been great. I love the fact that we're still able to talk to each other and come together during this just ridiculously awful, just depressing craziness that's going on right now. Do also bear in mind, I will be releasing a video today. I'll be releasing the X-Men Fantastic Four #3 video. You know what? I'm gonna pull a Nintendo on y'all. I'm gonna pull a Nintendo on y'all. Would y'all like for me to do that? Would you want for me to do that, to pull a Nintendo? Because I can pull a Nintendo. That video will be available. Oh Lord, that video is available right now. It is available right now. Totally go and wash. Well, first off, go wash your damn hands. Then go watch the video. But anyways, I want to say thank you to everyone. Y'all are fantastic. And have a good night. Hopefully we'll see you all later in the Discord. Good night. Or actually, apparently, I said it incorrectly last time because I wasn't thinking correctly. But goodbye and good night. Bang!